Okay, so the recording is started. Okay, Assalamu alaikum Jamian again. This is Dr. Mohsen. I've been teaching here for almost 9 years in Utah City, and it is my honor to be here today. We have got a good number, 76 students so far. So I wish today's session can be beneficial for most of you. Maybe some parts I speak a little bit fast, so I hope you understand my English. I always try to speak very clearly. I try to speak with the clear and understandable English so that everybody can be able to understand the session. So Shabab, tonight I'm not going to, again, as I said in the speaking session, I'm not going to explain each thing, because if I want to explain everything, the session will be so long. The class will be so long, and you will be also taban there. You will be tired, and maybe you won't be able to understand everything clearly. So that's why I decided to explain the most important points. Nukat, okay? Only the most important points will be discussed today. Most of you have problems in bar chart and argumentative essay. So we try to make it, as clear as possible. So let's get it started. First, I'm going to talk about argumentative essay. Maybe some of you ask me, teacher, what kind of essay we get in the final? Allah knows, and that's it. Nobody knows. So what I suggest is you need to be ready for all types of essays that your teacher told you. So you need to follow your teacher's instructions, okay? You should not listen to this, to that. No, whatever your teacher told you, you should follow that. But you may ask me that which essay has the high chance that we get for the final? So all I can say is, according to the previous years that we got the questions, basically usually we receive argumentative actually essay, any opinion, agree and disagree, and both views. These two essays are so common. Most of the time students are getting these two types of essays, but sometimes maybe you get another one. You have studied, I don't know how many types of essays. I have no idea about that, but you need to be ready for all types. You should not just focus on these two, okay? Because maybe in this semester you will get another type. You will not get agree and disagree or discuss both views. Okay, so you need to be ready for all types. But today we just talk about agree and disagree and both discuss both views. Okay, any more argumentative one. Okay, because we don't have time to explain everything. And I will also talk about bar chart as again task 1. Usually, students used to get bar chart in previous years, so maybe we think that bar chart you will get, Allah alam. But again, I'm saying that you need to be ready for tables, for any types of writing that your teacher taught you. Okay, but for tonight, I explained these two tasks: bar chart and argumentative essay. Zain Shabab? And one more thing that I need to tell you, I always say this to my students. When you, this is nukta number 1, just write it down. When you want to start writing, you need to focus and keep looking at the time. Many students, even some of my best students, forget to check the time. When they start writing, because they are so nervous, they start writing, task 2, because I always say that start by, writing from task 2. ليش? Because it has more marks. Task 2 has more marks. And you need to spend, I don't know, 35 minutes. I don't know. They write it, actually. They write it on your paper. So you need to write 250 words. So you just imagine 250 words is not easy to be written in 10 or 15 minutes. Some students start writing task 1, okay, because it is somehow easier, and they keep writing, and they don't check their time. They keep writing one page, 2 pages, and when it comes to task 2, which is more important, their مخ is taban, they are taban, they are so tired, and they don't have the energy to think about the second question, which you need to write 250 words. So this is a mistake. So that some of you are doing that. And that's why some of you, will face with lack of time. You say, oh my God, I lost my time. I need more time, this and that. So if you want to get a better mark in writing, start with task 2, but you need to check your time as well, because time management is important. So this is one nasiha from me to you. Of course, your teacher also told you this, maybe. But anyway, it's up to you. You start from task 1 or task 2. All right, let's get started from opinion essays, argumentative. All right, you have some concerns. Some students have some problems about agree and disagree, or writing both views. How should we write it, and all these things. So we try to clarify these things. And Shabab, we will discuss also some topics, okay? Because if you be familiar with different topics, then you will be able to write better. So that's why in the channel I always say that, yeah, Shabab, keep reading the samples. Read the samples. Try to be familiar with different topics that your teacher gave it to you. Okay, because if you don't know, for example, if you don't know anything about that topic, if you don't know any information about that topic, then how can you write it? How can you, generate ideas? So it is important that you should have some ideas about the topic, about tourism, about, I don't know, different topics that you get. So the more you read, the more you can understand, how to write in final exam. And one more, again, one another nukta, write it down, Shabab. We don't know this semester also will be like this or not, but when you get your reading question, okay, reading, then when you finish, when you have the reading question, because after first you have listening, صح? Then reading, and بعدين the writing, all right? So in the reading section, the topics that you get in the reading context, okay, usually will be the theme. Theme yani the subject, the موضوع, okay? The موضوع that you're going to get for writing. Actually, usually they will get, they give you the similar. They give you a similar topic in the reading. The topic that you get in the writing usually will be similar to the topics that you got in the reading skill. You understood my point? Yani, you need to be careful when you are answering the reading questions, you are, for example, reading the reading, part. You should try to get the ideas, keep the ideas in your mind, because maybe you will get this, you will get a question مرتبط to the reading, parts. Then, so that you can use that those information and keep it in your mind. And when you get the writing, maybe this the topic will be similar to what you got in the reading. So this is also one nukta. Then hopefully it will be the same so that you can get idea, but sometimes they will give different topics. So Allah. Anyways, let's get started with the first part. So Shabab, let's start with agree and disagree first. And they ask you to what extent. Okay. So the first point that I always say that is you need to have a plan, خطة. You need to do brainstorming. Many students don't do brainstorming, which is wrong. You need to do so. Nukta number 3, you should do brainstorming for 10 minutes or 7 minutes or 5 minutes at least. Take notes, read the topic nicely, get the ideas, write the ideas, any brainstorm, okay? Taking notes. Try to think about it nicely. Do not ala tool start writing. That is the big mistake. So don't. Think nicely, get ideas, try to write it in a small parts of your question paper, okay? Or, a small paper, of course, you will get. Try to generate the ideas. When you generate the ideas, okay, بعدين start. First, do the brainstorming for 7 minutes or 10 minutes, then start writing. So don't do like many students who start writing fast and they delete. They write, they delete. So that is not a good idea. So you need to do brainstorming, which is very important. Okay. Sometimes, maybe your teacher also told you, maybe sometimes they will give you a question like this. Sure. Do you agree or disagree? That's it. They don't say that discuss both views. To what extent do you agree, disagree? This is called a classic agree and disagree argumentative essay. They say, do you agree or disagree? So you need to choose just one thing. So here, you need to make up your mind that you are agree or disagree. You cannot say that you are nus agree and nus disagree. So I don't think so you will get a question like this, because your teacher, I think, did not teach you something like this. Have you got a question like this in your class? Exactly the same? Do you agree or disagree? Have you got a question like this, Shabab? I don't think so, right? You usually get to what extent do you agree and disagree, صح? You did not get question like, do you agree and disagree? Am I right? If you have any ideas, please open the mic and tell me. Have you got? You haven't got, sir? Okay, so we will not talk about that, okay? We will not talk about that, do you agree and disagree? We ala tool talk about to what extent, which is a very, very common one. So we ala tool talk about this type, this one. To what extent? To what extent? Like this one, sure. For example, this one. Please mute your mic. To what extent? For example, this one. See? Mostly your teacher gave you this type of question. And in many exams, usually you will get question like this. Okay? You get either like this, to what extent, or maybe you will get discuss both views. So we try to understand what are the differences, Are they same? Are they different? How? What are the, we're going to understand this. Of course, many of you know about all this thing, but we are trying to make a quick, very quick review. Then, so let's talk about to what extent. What does it mean, to what extent? Okay, so to what, first you need to understand the meaning of to what extent. When we say to what extent, كم, how much do you agree? Do you agree completely? Do you you completely agree? You completely disagree? Or you partially any nus, you can say that. Half, you can say that, any like that. Okay, so here you can say that how much, to what extent, and Kim, how much you agree. You completely agree, you completely disagree, or you're partially, we call it. Okay, so here the point, you need to understand the meaning of to what extent. Now we understood the meaning of to what extent. Then, so another point is, see, in this essay, in this type of essay, you are free to choose. You are absolutely free to choose if you are fully agreeing, or partially, sure, partially, any, you can say nust, half, or you fully disagree, because they're asking you to what extent. Okay, later on I will show you, I will teach you how to answer such kind of questions. Okay, for example, let's talk about this one. This is the topic. All children should be made to wear school uniform. Okay, to what extent do you agree and disagree? See, this is called the statement. This is the sentence statement they gave you in the see. They did not say that some people believe that children should be made to wear school uniform. School uniform, yani shabab, yani clothes, you know, any special clothes that, as you can see, students in Oman also, they should wear similar uniforms, similar clothes. So this is a statement. This is a statement. Children should wear school uniform. So this is the statement. So are you agree with this one or not? Sorry, do you agree with this one or not? This is the question. Do you agree with this statement or you're not agree? So here they're asking you to what extent. Do you fully agree or fully disagree, or what? Or partially do you agree or disagree? All right. What we have to do here, you need to think if you're going to write it one-sided or two-sided. Okay, maybe some of you don't know about this, one-sided or two-sided. I will explain it to you. So one-sided, yani, you say that you strongly agree with this one, okay? And you keep explaining the reasons. You would say that I fully agree, for example, with this, but you give reasons that why children should wear a school uniform. Yani you will say that khalas, you agree with this one. You completely agree with this. And you give reasons. Yani here, some people, shuf shabab, actually it is like that. Some people believe that, see, they did not write this, but actually it is like this. Some people believe that all children should wear malabis, same malabis uniform. However, some people believe that it is not necessary, maybe, and some people don't actually believe that it is not necessary and not ma zaruri. It's not necessary, ma yahtaj, that all children wear same uniform. So here you should make up your mind. You want to write it, you know, you completely agree with this or no? You're going to write, for example, maybe maybe somehow you agree and some people somehow you are disagree. So maybe you have two views. So if you have one view, we call it one-sided, like this, Rabab, sure. When you say that, khalas, I agree with this, so this is one-sided. But if in the planning, you know, when you are planning, when you are writing, when you're thinking about this topic, if you come to know that, okay, you have an equal number of arguments, then write a two-sided. So Shabab, two-sided, you know, you have two ideas, and it's, some people, you have information for two ideas, two arguments, but in one-sided you have only one what is the side of ideas. For example, some people say that English must be the language in the university. Do you agree, or to what extent do you agree or disagree? For example, you said, "Khalas, I agree. Yes, the English should be," but this is one-sided, and you give reasons. But if you say no, some people believe that English should be, however, other people believe that Arabic should be. So this is two-sided. If you say that Arabic, no, English should not be. Some people believe that Arabic should be the the language that we should use in the university. So here you need to be careful that you need to write one-sided or two-sided. Okay, if you say that I agree, for example, for this one, sure, for this one, if you say that I agree with this, you need to give reasons. If you say you agree, you need to write the reasons. ليش? Why do you agree? You need to give reasons. So here it is the most important part is giving reasons, دلائل. Okay, so keep it in your mind. In argumentative essays, you need to understand the question. You need to understand it first. After understanding, you need to check. You need to keep it in your mind. Should I write one-sided? Khali, I said, I agree with this and khalas, I give the reason. Or no, should I write, some people, you know, what is it? Some parts, you know, some people believe that maybe you have two ideas, yani agree and disagree. If you have the ideas for agree only, then khalas, choose this. But if you have both ideas and you agree and disagree, then you can write both of them. Okay, for agree, for example, how we write it? What are the reasons why students should write similar clothes? See, because it looks professional, it is inexpensive, easy to wash, suitable for more. See, there are many reasons that you can make for this topic. Okay, there are many reasons that you can say why children should wear similar. They should wear a uniform. Okay, if you have those reasons, enough reasons, then you can write I completely agree because, for example, of this, because of this. You need to give reasons and explain the reasons. Okay. If you say disagree, for disagree, maybe you have 2, 3, so you don't need. See, if you say I disagree, but you don't have enough, you don't have enough reasons. So you don't need to write about disagree. So you choose this one. You choose agree and give reasons. You keep writing the reasons. Okay, let me show you the answers, then you will understand it better. See, Shabab, this is one-sided answer. See, this is one-sided. Many people think that children should have a school uniform. However, some individuals are against this idea. Or however, some people believe that, for example, this is not a good idea, or students should not wear uniform. Here, of course, you can write it in different way. In this essay, I'm going to discuss here. You know, there are different ways actually you can write here. So here I wrote it in a simple way, in my opinion. Sometimes you can write the opinion in the introduction. So I'm not going to make you confused here, Shabab. Don't think about this now. Okay, don't think about this here. Because I will teach you the way that your teacher told you. This is IELTS style, so I don't want you to focus on this part. Only here I'm going to tell you what does it mean one-sided. One-sided essay مو يعني. See, here we are just trying, we are trying to support. In my opinion, school students should have a unified. Yani you are agree with this. You are fully agree. And here you're going to write the reasons. See, the first reason here, the second reason here, and for example, the final reason here. It is one-sided. This is called one-sided. Yani you just say that you are agree with this and you write the reasons. That's it. You don't say that why other people do not agree. You don't talk about that. You just talk about ليش wearing uniform is يعني good for students to wear. And you give reasons خلاص. So this is called one-sided. So now let's go to what is it? Let me show another one. Here, sorry. Here. To what extent? Okay, here. Let's talk about this. It is not necessary for companies or organizations to have manager or bosses. The employees should just do their work. So see, first, what is the first thing? You need to understand the question. You need to understand the question first. Some companies, they say, ما يحتاج to have a boss or manager. The employees should just do their work. Yani manager is ما يحتاج. So do you agree with this? To what extent do you agree with this? Do you agree with this or you disagree? So here, you need to make up your mind. The first thing, as you know that, of course, you know it, your teacher told you to paraphrase. First, we paraphrase the, the question. See, paraphrasing again is a technique, Shabab. I'm not here today to teach you how to paraphrase, but there are so many kalamat that you can change it. Like instead of saying some people believe that, some individual, think that or claim that, or it is argued that, it is suggested that. So you need to practice those kalamat. I already shared those things in the files that you need to practice them. How to paraphrase is your job. You need to know how to paraphrase it by writing different synonyms. So the first thing is you need to paraphrase the sentence. It is suggested that there is necessary for a commercial business, blah, blah, whatever. And بعدين thesis statement you have. What does it mean in thesis statement? Yani, in this essay, what are you going to do? In this essay, I will examine. It is ضروري to say it, Shabab. I will discuss. I will examine. Okay, in this essay, comma, I will examine, for example, in a different way, you can say, I will examine the arguments in the easy way. Okay, I will examine the propositions and the state that how I am in agreement, or we can say I'm examining both what is it? I'm examining or I will argue what is it? The arguments, and then I provide to what extent I, for example, agree or disagree, for example. Okay, you can say it in that way. I will show you again later on. And then, of course, you have topic sentence. Topic sentence, most of the students maybe write it like this. Firstly, let us find out. Let us talk about. Let's us what is it? Explore. Let's us argue why companies or organizations do need have somebody in charge telling other people, or why companies need managers. So this is topic sentence. First, let us find out why some students should wear uniform. Let us explore why, for example, students should use phone in the classes. So don't read this one because it is so difficult. I'm trying to make it simple. So topic sentence above is important at the beginning. Okay. This is a very common one. Let us is a very common one. So firstly, for example, whatever your topic is, you can use it. Let us find out. Let us explore. Write them these kalamat. Let us explore. Let's find out. Why? After that, this word why is very, very nice, Shabab. Okay. So I will make it here. I will try to make it. Let me see. I will write the most important things. So firstly, okay, let us explore. Let us explore, or some students say that let's find out. See, find out. Let's find out. Let's us explore. So this is a good sentence for using a topic sentence. After that, of course, it is necessary to say why. You know, Shabab, there are different ways. Your teacher told you there are different. Some students use different ways. Adi, and that is good. I don't want everybody write like this. Use different tariqa because it will affect your mark. Okay, all students should not write the same way. That's why I'm saying that you need to read the samples and check out which phrase, which sentence is easier for you. Which sentence is easier for you? Try to remember that. It's not zaruri that you write exactly this one. But most of the students, unfortunately, they memorize. They memorize the same thing and they keep writing. That's not cool. But anyways, so first, let us explore or find out. You need to choose one. Why, for example, we're talking about another topic. Let's talk about why, for example, students should not use, for example, their cell phones in the class. Shuf, Shabab. We're talking about body, okay? I'm trying to make it very simple. Okay, I'm trying to make it very simple. It is important that you should start it with the capital. This is very important. After that, comma, after firstly. Shuf, Shabab, these are small nukat, but these are important. Some students, they write without capital or all this thing, and they keep writing like that and they lose marks. So be careful how to be clean, organized. Okay, punctuation, kullushan, everything is important. So firstly, comma, let us. After, of course, the first word is capital, بعدين no capital abadan. Don't write any capital. Some students write capital in the middle. I don't know why. For example, they write let us like this. ليش you write it capital here? ليش? Why? Don't do this mistake. Only the first half. Firstly, let us explore. Explore yani find out and understand. Let us. Yalla, let's us find out why. Sure, I told you don't forget why, okay? Why? Why students should not use their cell phones in the class. Okay. This is the statement. For example, we're talking about some people believe that the student should use phone in the class, while other people believe that students should use cell phone in the class. So there are two opinions. For example, we're talking about this. Okay. So here, for example, now we want to know how to discuss on one certain topic. So first, let us explore or find out why students should not use cell phone in the class. Perhaps, yani maybe, perhaps one of the reasons is that, sure. Perhaps one of the reasons is that. Perhaps any mumkin, maybe. Okay. One of the reasons is that Okay, perhaps one of the reasons is that. Okay, now do you remember that I told you, Shabab, you need to do brainstorming? Hear what I meant. When you want to give reasons, here in this part you make mistakes. In this part you make your writing kharban completely. You lose marks in this part. Otherwise, this part most of the students write it. All students, they kept it in their mind, they know it nicely, but when it comes here, your mukh will become taban and you don't know what to write. There, so here is the part that most of the majority of the students don't know how to give the reasons, the dalail. So you need to be careful at the beginning. Before start writing, try to think nicely and write, the reasons. Any reasons that you can explain. Do not write reasons that you cannot explain because you need to explain it. One of the reasons is that, for example, okay, now you need to make the reason. One of the reasons is that, anybody can tell me why students should not use cell phone in the class? Yalla, give me a reason, Shabab. Come on. Open your mic. Why students should not use cell phone in the class? Perhaps one of the reasons is that, yalla, make it, complete it. What is one of the reasons? ليش?
Respect the teacher.
What is that?
Respect the teacher.
One of the reasons is that respect the teacher. Somehow it is okay. Yani, not bad.
For understand the topic or
okay, to understand. One of the reason is that to understand the topic. Okay, but I know somehow I want better ideas.
Attention.
Couldn't focus with the teacher.
Okay, I will write that here. To keep the, one student said to keep the attention. Okay, another student?
Mr.
Yes, tell me.
It can be to do not be distract.
Distract. To not distract. For example, who? To not to be distract. One of the reason is that to not to be distracted. So see here you need, for example, if you said to not distract, grammatically is wrong. You know the reasons. But here, your grammar must be so good. Then, teacher will give you a good mark. See, most of you are telling, but the grammar is not correct. So that's why you need to be very careful in this part. In this part, you're losing marks about. So let's make it to keep the attention, to not to lose what is the concentration and tarkiz. What else?
To be active in the class.
To be active in the class. Okay. Now, for example, these are the ideas, some of the ideas, okay, that we said here. That why students should not use phone. Now we should fit it. We should put it in this sentence, in the middle of the sentence, in a correct way. As I told you, Shabab, here is the most important part. Here, I know most of you will write it. Let us find out, let us explore, blah, blah. Have easy, everybody write. And we teachers know that you memorized it. Okay, it's not a big deal. But we will come and we will see here. We will come to know that we will analyze your English here, that you can write the reasons with a good grammar or a kharban grammar. Okay, so one of the reason is that, okay, for example, is that students may, ممكن, or might lose, for example, concentration. Okay. For example, this is one reason that we chose one. So of course, when students are using phone in the class, students may lose their concentration. Tarkiz, they will lose their concentration. They will be distracted, as one of your students said that. Students might be distracted. Even this is correct, sure. But you should say it with a good grammar. Students might be distracted in the passive. Sure. When you know passive, then, for example, you can write this kind of sentences. Zain Shabab? So don't forget that in this part, you need to be careful. Okay, when you write the reasons, you should not go the another reason. Yani better to give an example or to explain it more. Zain? Here, there are different ways, Shabab. Some students write, for example, they will write example, or some students, they will elaborate it. They explain it more. For example, they say that this means that. See, this is the easy way, actually. This one. This phrase is the easy way to remember. That's why I wrote it for you. This means that, this statement means that. This means that. This means what? Okay, now you need to explain. You need to explain this. Who can explain this? This means that. Yalla. How can you elaborate it now? Anybody? Anybody can elaborate this part? This means that. This statement, this reasons means that what? What do we mean that a student might lose concentration? What does it mean? You need to explain it.
When students using phone, they don't can understand the topic or the information and don't save the information.
Yes, see, now he tried to open it. Here it is Khalli, the idea. You gave the one reason, but you did not open it. Now your friend opened it, elaborated, explained it. هذا أيوة. This means that students, say that again, please.
The students don't can understand cannot understand the information and don't cannot save the information.
Cannot understand the subject. Okay, we say it a little bit better. This means that the students cannot understand the subject, cannot understand the subject, and what? They cannot understand the subject and the explanation of teacher, for example, in an easy way. This means that the students cannot understand the subject and focus. They cannot understand and focus again here. Focus the subject in the class. Therefore, they miss everything. They miss the most important points. They will miss.
Or maybe they will have a misunderstanding issues.
Yes, and they will have a misunderstanding issues. Yes, Exactly. This is the way. الباقي يعني you yourself write whatever you want. My point was to tell you, Shabab, that when you are giving reasons, you should give the reason with the correct English and بعدين شوية explain it. That's it. This is what I wanted to say. Okay? And here also, I told you these nukat, firstly, what we have to do. And there are different ways, but this is one way. And don't forget why. Many students forget this one. Let us explore or find out why students should not use their phone, for example. This is one tariqa, okay? This is one tariqa, the easiest way. One of the easiest way is this. All right. Now, forget about this. Let's get back to okay. Let's get back to both views. So both views is easy. I hope you get a both views. To what extent also will be the same, Shabab. To what extent you can talk about two ideas. So don't forget. To what extent also you can explain two different ideas. Yani some people believe this, and some people believe that. Like what? Let me make it very simple for you. Sure. Some people believe that. Some people believe that, for example, Arabic language should be used in teaching university subjects. Maybe they will just give one side, one idea. Some people believe that, or they can say maybe they don't say some people. They say that Arabic language should be used in teaching. Arabic language should be used in teaching university subject. To what extent? Sure. To what extent do you agree and disagree? So how are you going to answer this? If they say that, to what extent? Or maybe they will say the same, maybe they will give you the same question in a different way. Like what? Like this. Some people, here they will use some people. Some people believe that the Arabic language should be used in teaching, okay, university subjects, okay? While others think that, again, they will give another, but others think that English must be used. Discuss both views and provide your opinion. Sure. Sure, Shabab. Now, the same question, okay? The same question in two different ways. Here we say to what extent. They maybe ask you, maybe they'll ask you like this, but here they say that to both, discuss both views. Okay, so how are you going to answer it? Others think the English language must be used. So this is the question that many of you may be stuck. صح? Let me drink a little water. Okay, I want you to think nicely first before I show you samples. Try to think. For example, tomorrow you will get, in the exam, you will get something like this. What to do? For example, you say, يا أخي هذا خلي one point of view. So what about the second point of view? But here, I have 2 point of view. Yani it is easy. Some people believe that Arabic language should be used. Huh? Some people, they think that they believe that Arabic should be the language in the university. Huh? You give the reasons, 2 reasons. Huh? Easy. You give reasons. ليش? So what I am going to say, Shabab, listen carefully. The main difference is, Shabab, in both views, you are impartial. مو يعني impartial, شباب? In Arabic. يعني you don't take anybody's side. You are not this one, not this one. You are impartial. For example, you said, Mohsen, which team are you supporting? Are you supporting Barcelona or Real Madrid? I said, يا أخي أنا في الإيران I don't support any teams. I am impartial. Okay? For me, both teams are amazing. So I am impartial. Yani move. Or there are 2 people you said. Yani there, yeah. What is that? What is it?
Objective.
Objective, yes, not subjective, yes. But in Arabic, what do you say it?
محايد.
Mahayed, very good, yes. Mahayed. So, in both views, what you're going to do? Of course, in one paragraph, body paragraph, you're going to write ليش. Some people believe that Arabic should be used in the university, Arabic language. You give 2 reasons for that. You explain it. Why? ليش. And you don't say that I believe. لا. You are impartial. You're thinking about ليش, those people. Some people believe that maybe the first reason is that, for example, students can, for example, learn the subjects in an easier way. For example, you give the reasons. And while, again, in the second paragraph, what you're going to write? You write other side. In contrast, okay, something like that. So on the other hand, some individuals, some people believe that, for example, English language must be used. Okay, what are the reasons? ليش? Again, you write 2 reasons. فاهمين? Was it clear? So for both views, Shabab, for both views, you write, you should be impartial. You're going to write one paragraph, you write about, one idea, this one, for example, ليش Arabic should be. In another paragraph, you write why English should be used. That's it. This is both ideas. And at the end, in the conclusion, you need to write your idea. Okay? In conclusion only. So in conclusion, you're going to write, for example, having analyzed, having discussed both arguments, I believe that Arabic language should be used in the university because the students, for example, can understand better and they feel more confident. Khalas. No need to write so many other things. Even 2 sentences will be enough. So this is about both views. Both views will be so easy for you, Shabab. I hope you get both views. Lakin to what extent, they're asking your idea. You need to choose that, for example, do you agree with this or not? Arabic language should be used in teaching. So do you agree with this? You need to say it. I fully agree. Then you need to give the ideas for this, the reasons. Only write the reasons. Why Arabic should be used in the, if you are agree. If you are fully agree, then give reasons. خلاص. It would be like this. Let's discuss it with the examples now. Okay. Now these are just some rough information that I told you. Okay. Let me. So for both views, Shabab, for both views, in both views, you have introduction, as I said, you need to paraphrase it. In body 1, discuss the first opinion. Okay, you should give reasons why. Sure, I wrote it clearly. In body paragraph 2, discuss the second opinion and give reasons. And in the conclusion, you give your idea, you give your opinion. Like what? For example, sure, some people believe that the English language must be used in teaching university subjects, while others think that Arabic should be. See? So in this task, you need to do what? You need to, what is the first thing? Brainstorming. Give the reasons. See, the first 3, why? Why some people believe that the English must be. So you need to write these 2 reasons. خلي write these 2 reasons. ليش? For both views, okay? We're talking about both views. So these are the both views, what is the reasons? The reason 1, because English is an international language, عالمي. Another reason, because most of sources are written in English. For example, these are 2 reasons that you choose. What about the other people believe that Arabic should be? What are the reasons? For example, you need to write 2 reasons. The first reason is to understand the subject clearly. See, this means that, again, I wrote it, this means that the student can, you need to give example. Okay, so first we write the reasons. Another reasons, the second argument. Shabab, sometimes you write the first reasons, sometimes you can write the second argument. Write it down. Do not keep writing the first reason. You should write a synonym also. So the second argument, write it down. The second argument, same meaning, reason. Okay, the first reason is that. The second argument is that. Yalla, write these sentences which are important. The first reason is that, the second reason is that. Okay, this will help you to be clear in your essay. Whatever they give you a topic, you can use these sentences. The first reason is that. Let us, I don't know, explore. After writing, let us find out why some people believe, I don't know, believe that Arabic should be used in the colleges. The first reason is that. Sure. The second argument is that. Sure. After is that, it is very important that you make mistake here. Students will be more comfortable in the process of learning or learning process. Okay? Your mistake is here, your weakness. The second, see, the first reason is to understand the subject clearly. Okay, full stop. When you give the reasons, full stop. Don't explain it now there. The first reason is to understand the subject clearly. Okay, full stop. This means that the rest of them. Understood? It should be like this, step by step. Step by step, you can understand it better. All right. Now, let's, I sent this file. I told you to read it. I hope that you read it. See? Some people think that parents should teach children how to be good members of society. Others, see, that is one. Some people think like that. Now others, however, believe that School is the place to learn this. Discuss both views and give your opinion. Okay. See, Shabab, write your writing exactly the same way, like this. See, introduction separately. Intro, like this here. When you finish it, don't write in the one line. Go to the second line and start your body. Shabab, I want you to be organized. Yani your writing should look so clean. It should look, in a very organized way. Some students, they what is it? Connect all sentences. For example, they write this one, this first. Sometimes they write it here, just like this. And the teacher will get a headache. So you need to separate. Okay, like this. See, instead of some people, we write a number of individuals. You need to learn these things. Individual, a big number of people, a vast majority of people. A vast majority of people is a very nice one. A vast majority of people in أغلب. Majority of people is a very nice sentence about if you want to get a good mark. A vast majority in أغلب people, a majority of people believe that, believe that children must be taught how to good citizen. In contrast, instead of however, you can write in contrast. X. In contrast, other people think that, believe that, think that, claim that. All of them are easy. بعدين you have the thesis statement. In this essay, okay, what are you going to do in this essay? Sure. In this essay, comma, I will explore, I will argue, I will find out, I will discuss both of these views, and then I will provide, give my opinion. So you need to learn these things, Shabab. You need to know how to paraphrase it, and you need to write the thesis statement. This is the way that you need to do it first. بعدين, as I told you, the first paragraph, شوف. First, let us examine ليش, شوف, why. You remember that? I told you, be careful. Why some people believe that, blah, 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 whatever. See, the main, maybe some of them, maybe they will write perhaps again. That's up to you, perhaps. It's oddly, no need. The main reason is because parents are the first teachers. Okay, see, make it short. Make it short. Give the first reason, but then you want to write example, you want to explain it, do it like that. Sure. Another argument. See, I told you, don't write reason, write argument. Another argument is that parents continuously, بشكل المستمر, guide, teach their children. This means that you can explain it. And this one is difficult. You yourself make it easy. What do you mean that parents continuously guide? You need to explain. This means that children are spending most of their time with their parents, and this will be, very, I don't know, helpful for children to learn so many things from their parents. This is just an example. So in the first paragraph, you talk about first view, and the second paragraph, another view. Now let us find out why some people believe that, for example, school should teach. This is the duty of a school to make students good citizens. So some people think that parents, dad and mom, should make children to become good people. But some people think that no, schools are mas'ul to make them good people, good citizens. So you need to give reasons here. You're not giving your idea, huh, Shabab? Both views, you're not giving your idea. Don't say, I believe. Okay? Both, you are impartial in both views. See, first, or the first reason is that the same. First, schools teach many useful skills. Okay, this is the first reason. Why schools are مسؤول? The first reason is that schools teach many مفيد مهارات. شوف. First, or we can say the first reason, perhaps the first reason is that schools teach many useful skills. Right? Simple English, but with a good grammar. That's it. Don't make it complicated. Then the first reason, and بعدين the second reason, schools have professional teachers. Of course, if some people think that students children should be taught in the schools to become good citizens. One of the dalil is that schools have professional teachers who have good knowledge. And this is another. Okay, one paragraph we spoke about. Some people believe that parents are mas'ul. Here, schools are mas'ul. Now, in the conclusion, this one having, شوف شباب, you need to learn it. You need to practice it. Having explored both sides of argument. مو يعني. What does it mean? Anybody can tell me? What does it mean? With a simple English, yalla, tell me. What does it mean? Having explored both sides of argument. What does it mean?
After I explain everything.
Bingo. Very good. Excellent. Having explored, yani after discussing both sides, both arguments. See, we can make it easier. Having, for example, discussed, because you usually know, having discussed both arguments, no need sides minds, yani, both arguments. Sure. This will be easy one. Having discussed both arguments, yani after discussing both arguments. Here you need to write your opinion. Which side are you taking? You supporting this one or you're supporting this? Here you need to, you can say, I believe that, I am of the opinion that, okay, here in an easy way you can say that, I believe that. I believe that schools are responsible to educate children because they have professional teachers and a better, for example, academic environment. That's it. Even two sentences will be more than enough. It's not necessary to write so many things if you don't have the idea, because the main thing is here, you wrote. That's it. This is about both views. And I hope that you get it, because it is so easy to, explain. Yani. So in both views, we don't say I here in the body, I know, don't use I, my. I believe, I think this and that. No. All right. Now let's go to the last part. About where is, to what extent? Okay, here. Okay. I sent this also to you. So These are some, for example, vocabulary that you can use it for synonyms. Nowadays, these days, okay? Some people believe that, for paraphrasing, okay? Or many people think that, believe that. In contrast, you know, these kalamat in this essay I will explore, and these are some nice sentences that you can choose. But we just want to go to the work system. Should city people be allowed to keep dogs? Sure. Maybe they give you a question, to what extent, like this. They give you only one sentence. Okay? They give you only one sentence and you should say, you agree with this? If you agree, yallah, give the reasons. Give the reasons. Khalli, that's it. Or if you disagree, yallah, give the reason why you disagree. Okay. Now let's continue with this. Should city people be allowed to keep dogs? Okay. See, nowadays people like to have different pet animals in their homes. A number of individuals argue that people in cities should be permitted to have dogs. Okay, here I want to tell you one thing. Shabab, sometimes you can make this as both sides, you know, views as well. You can make it, yani, like both views. Okay, like this. See, some people believe that, for example, dogs should be allowed. In contrast, other people argue that, you know, dogs should not be allowed. So you can make it as both views. Adi, it is absolutely okay if you write it like this as well, like a both views, because they don't write it here. Other people believe that, but you can imagine in that way. You can make it as both views. Adi, no problem. See, like this. And in contrast, others argue that keeping dogs. Others argue against. Any other, in contrast, other people believe that dogs should not be allowed, for example. In this essay, I will explore the arguments, and I will say to what extent I agree with this statement. Okay, or we can say in this essay, I will explore the arguments and I provide my, you know, for example, thoughts, you can say that. Okay, see here again, another big salary is much more important than job satisfaction. See, some people believe that big salary is much more important, but some people say that job satisfaction. Okay, if you agree with the big salary, if you choose only this, you need to explain it. But if you choose both views, some people believe that big salary, you need to give 2 reasons. And some people believe that job satisfaction. Again, you need to explain two reasons. Shabab, you can make it as a both views. Adi, it is absolutely okay. Yani here, big salary, in one paragraph, talk about big salary, okay? And give reason, why big salary? Okay, yalla. I want students to tell me why some people believe that big salary is much important than job satisfaction. Give me 2 reasons, yalla. Big salary is much more important than job. Why big salary is more important than job satisfaction?
Because they have many responsibility in their life, so they need more money for
surviving, for living. Aywa. Because, you know, people have so many responsibilities. So one of the reasons is that people have many responsibilities in their lives. Then you can explain it. For example, they need to pay, I don't know, kahraba, I don't know, petrol, this and that. You can explain it. Okay, this is one reason. Very good. And you can say it expenses also, responsibilities or expenses. So they need big salary. Another reason why some people choose jobs with big salary, high salary. One reason your friend said that because the expenses are high, because of high expenses, you know,
or to cover
the essential needs such as housing, electronics, and schools or educations.
Okay, this is about, again, high expenses. This is the question. This is the best word. Because of having high expenses. Of course, because of life, because of having high expenses, like for example, schools and that. But another reason. Why people?
To make their lives
The
better.
To have. So I'll make it better. To have a high quality of life. To have a high quality of life. Or to live with a high quality of life. So this is another reason. Many people love to live with a high quality of life, with high standards, quality of standards or whatever. So this can be, for example, one reason. One reason is because, you know, these days everything is super expensive because of high expenses. So people are looking for jobs with high salaries. Another reason is that people are, you know, wish to live a life with a high quality, and they want to live, you know, with the best facilities. مو يعني facilities. They want to live with best facilities.
More comfortable.
To have a comfortable life. يعني to have a comfortable life. Facilities يعني شباب, for example, those services and things that we want to have in our life. For example, to have a good car, to have a good house, a house with a swimming pool and so many other things. So these are called facilities. Okay, so to have a comfortable life. All right, so these are, for example, what is that?
Also, many people don't care if they don't have jobs as long that they have money.
Yeah, that also can be one reason. Yes. And why some people job satisfaction? Again, you need to know. You need to know that job satisfaction, why they care about job satisfaction, not big salary. They don't care about big salary. They want a job that they are interested in, because they want to enjoy their life in the job that they are doing, because they want to, for example, they want to have you know, a good environment in a job that they are doing. So job satisfaction again is another way. So Shabab, in this kind of things, you can again write both views. So for big salary, give 2 reasons. For job satisfaction, 2 reasons. Lakin, if you want to just write big salary, for example, you only have some reasons for this one, and you want to just talk about this, the absolutely okay again. If you only talk about big salary, then you know, you need to you can talk about only big salary. And you need to give the reasons about the big salary. This one you can ignore it, absolutely okay. But if you compare it somehow, that will be much better. Ignoring completely, you know, job satisfaction is not a good idea. And you need to mention it as well. Okay, somehow you need to cover it. All right, let's see. Give salary. To what extent? So plan. Big salary, ليش? Give your reason. Job satisfaction, why? Give your reason. See, I wrote it here. Now, okay. These are some sentences that you can find it. See, the conclusion, شوف شباب. There are several arguments not in favor. Okay, support. One of the arguments is that okay, these are the body that I explained it, but to what extent, you know, to what extent you have little bit different conclusion. Sure. Having analyzed both position, you need to take your side, Shabab. You should say it, I completely or I fully agree. Keep it in your mind, write it down in your notebook. If I get a question about to what extent, in the conclusion, I must write this sentence. I completely agree or I completely disagree. Then you choose one of them. I completely agree with the statement that they said or not. So you need to here write it. You need to say it, I fully agree or if I fully disagree. But in both views, you don't need to write, I completely agree. You say that, I believe that. I believe that, Khalli. Okay, so this is the difference only in the conclusion. So in conclusion, you have also a difference that you need to be careful in your, what is it, in your exam. See here, I wrote, I want you to read this part a lot. Those students who want to get a high mark, you know, this part, the thesis statement. If you want to be different in the thesis statement, try to memorize this one. Try to learn it. See, this essay, I'm not saying that I will, in this essay, I will examine. If you want to write like an IELTS, this one that I highlighted is a very good way. Write it down in your notebook, yalla. This essay will examine both arguments and provide logical yani mantiqi conclusion. This is for advanced students, Shabab. Those students who really, you know, want to get a good mark and they know how to, what is it, write English in a very nice way. So this is my recommendation that if you want to be different, write your thesis statement like this. This is the normal one in this essay, but this is the advanced tariqa. This essay will examine both arguments, comma, and provide and give logical conclusion. فاهمين شباب? This is the introduction part. But if you want to be different, you can change it. You can write it this way. I think your teacher did not tell you like this, but this is the IELTS type. And this is a very advanced tariqa. Otherwise, you can write it the way that your teacher told you, like this. In this essay, I will explore both arguments, and then I will provide my own point of view and perspective. This is also another way. Okay. All right. This is about argumentative that I explained, and see here. I completely agree that continuous assessment. I want you to read this file, which I sent it in the, what is it, in the channel. All right, what time is it? Shabab, it's 10 o'clock. Do you have energy to study bar chart, or you wanna watch it on my YouTube channel? What do you think?
No problem, Mr. Complete.
You have energy for bar chart? Okay. Yeah. All right. So bar charts, Shabab, you definitely get a vertical most probably. Okay, not horizontal, so you'll get a vertical one like this. Okay. So For bar chart, as you know that, the first thing is paraphrasing, as you know. But remember one thing, that most of the time they give you question like this. Yani, maybe, okay, not like this. I mean, maybe it can be like this. They give you years, or maybe no, they will not give you years. If they give you years, it will be somehow like a line graph. Do you know how to? I explained line graph perfectly last semester. I mean, during the semester. So I recommend you to watch my video. So for if they give you years, then you can explain it like a line graph. And which one was the highest? After highest, it was, I don't know, it went down or went up. What will happen from 1991 to 2000, for example? Okay.
Mr. M.
Yes. Yeah.
In final, we don't have years. Just
Yes,
the details.
mostly you will not get years. Yes. This is what I'm saying, but maybe you will get. I'm saying we don't know. Maybe you don't. You'll get year. If you get year, then it will be like a line graph. But most of the time, you will get like this one. Wait, I'll show you. Like this. This one also. See this one, but in a different years again. Maybe you will get like this, or maybe the one which I want to show. Wait. Okay, wait. By the way, wait. I'll explain first how to write the introduction. So in the introduction, Shabab, the first thing is paraphrasing, as you know that. So I don't want to kill the time by that, because you already know how to paraphrase it. Okay. As you can see, the bar chart below shows or illustrates the number of men or women studying engineering, this and that. And after that, you write the overview by using overall. Overall, you should remember the spelling of that. And after overall, you write the comma. For overall, you write which one had the highest and which one had the lowest one. Trend, I explained it before. So in the overall, you basically write which, for example, product had the highest trend and which one got the lowest. And then, of course, see, where is it? This one. See, for the body, at the beginning, phrases like at the beginning of the period, the number of male engineering students was high. So Shabab, so for example, I want you to look at this. Male, female engineering student. This is, about years again. Maybe because we are not sure. Maybe you will get a year. So you need to compare it again. Here you need to compare and contrast. Okay. So for example, this is this bar chart is showing male and female engineering students at Australian University. So in 1992, okay, in 1992, what happened at the beginning of the period? So you need to check from here to here. At the beginning of the period, the number of male engineering students, what? Remember that most of the bar chart are mentioned in the Madi, so you should make it in the Madi tense, in the past tense. Okay, so you need to be sure about that. That that you should write it in the past tense. At the beginning, what happened at the beginning? At the beginning of the period, the number of male, men, male. First, then at the beginning, shift here. This is your bar chart. This is at the beginning. This is the end. At the beginning, the number of male students was high. It was around 18,000. in 1992 at the beginning. So learning at the beginning of period is very important. After writing in it was high, you need to write the details. Shabab, this is here we're talking about the body, okay? Here we're talking about body, so you should write the details. I know that you guys know about all these things, so that's why I'm explaining very fast. So in 1992, 18,000 men studied. Again, you need to be careful. It should be in the past. Studied engineering. On the other hand, during the same period, only, what about the male? See, in 1992, the number of male students studied 18,000 of students studied, male students were 18,000, but female only 4,000. Sure. On the other hand, during the same period, only 4,000 women, for example, took up this course or studied this course. See, here we finished. These two. We compare and contrasted. The male studied 18,000, the female studied 4,000. Okay, this is about a year. But sometimes, as your friend said, that we're not gonna get year. We will get other, wait a second, show you. You will get, this is for last year, for example, you will get items like this or name of the cities. Sure. This is the last year, question. See, here we're getting maybe products, or maybe we'll get, the name of countries. So here, of course, you need to compare and contrast. See, this bar chart is showing hotel visits in 2016 and 2017. Okay, from 2016 and 2017, we want to understand the number of visitors that in London, for example, from 2016 to 2017, what happened to London? You need to compare and contrast. Okay, so in 2016, London, for example, 80 million people visited in 2016. Shuf Shabab? But in 2017, the number is increased and reached at 90 million people who visited London. Sure. Like this. Okay, let's go and see the answer. As you know that the introduction, we paraphrase it. The bar chart compares or illustrates the number of visits to hotels which were made by tourists to 7 cities. Of course, this bar chart is showing paraphrase this part. And in my previous file, I explained it, how to paraphrase it. Now we don't have time to tell you how to do it. So after paraphrasing, of course, you're going to write overall, but sometimes it's not necessary. You can write, it can be seen that the majority of instances, the visit increased in 2017, that hotels in London received, okay. In the overall, you need to write, see, which city received the highest one. See, Shabab, I'm talking about the introduction. So in the introduction, we write which city got the highest one and which city received the lowest number of visitors. Which city? Of course, London, صح? London in 2017 received the highest number. Okay, and which country got the lowest? See? It can be said the majority of the visit increased in 2017, that hotels in London received many more visitors And sometimes we can say that the lowest one, I guess, Munich. And sometimes some students write, and for example, the lowest one. And Munich received the lowest number of visitors, okay, in 2016, for example. Or, but here we don't write the number, of course. You remember, no? Your teacher, I'm sure, told you that in the introduction, we do not write the details, no numbers. Yani Kim, how much this one? We don't write how many or how much or whatever. Okay, we don't write the details. We just write which one had the highest and which one, for example, had the lowest, the highest and lowest one. بعدين كلمات like this. شوف, in terms of شباب, I explained it even in the channel. You need to know some kalamat to describe the bar chart. In terms of London in 2016. See, in 2016, what happened to London? You need to explain it. In an easy language, you can say that in terms of London, okay? In terms of London in 2016, hotels here received around 85 million tourists and increased to just about 90 million in 2017. So we nicely explained that in 2016, the number of visitors were 18, and the number is increased up to, for example, 90 million in 2017. That's it. Okay. But then in the same way, you need to talk about, the other countries, okay, by explaining, the numbers. But remember that some kalamat are very nice, like this one, in terms of is one. And I even explained it in the channel in terms of, but then which one is nice again? Regarding, write it down, Shabbat. In terms of London, regarding Berlin, for example, you want to talk about London, you can use in terms of. But then regarding Berlin, the number of visitors were around تقريبا 30 tourists, for example, or 30 million tourists visited Berlin in 2016. Sure, just like that. Where is it? Regarding Berlin, there was no change. Hotels in the city welcomed 30 million tourists in both years and of the study. Okay, so Shabab, in Berlin, as you can see that, in Berlin, do we have any changes? No changes. It was, what is it? There was no changes in Berlin. So easily you can say that there was no change or what is it? Regarding Berlin, there was no change in the number of tourists. Okay. Then easily with the simple English, you can say that around 30 million people visited what is it? Berlin in 2016 and 2017. That's it. You need to give the reason. What is it? The details, huh, Shabab? Don't say that there was no change Berlin and you don't say anything. La la. If you say there is no change in Berlin, at least you should say the details. Okay, the number of tourists were 30 million people in 2016 who visited Berlin. Then this is the way. This is the way that you need to do. See, again, Barcelona. Barcelona, again, you need to write it in the same way and until the last one. So these kalamat that I told you in terms of, I don't know, regarding these words are so beneficial, and it can help you to make good sentences, or compare to Berlin, compare to Paris, for example. Okay, compared to 2016. These kalimat also can help you a lot. Compares to 2016, the number of tourists increased in 2017. The number of tourists increased in the number of tourists in London increased about, for example, you can say that 10 million. Even like this also you can say it. So this is the way, Shabab. You need to be ready for any types of bar chart. Maybe they give you a year, maybe they give you like this, or products, but you need to know how to compare and contrast it. I tried to make it very fast. It was not very informative, but if you want to watch my video to know the details, try to watch the line graph also, and another video which I shared before. So this is the whole thing for today's session, Shabab. I tried my best to make it actually, you know, brief, but since you guys insisted, so I explained all of it. So do you have any questions?
No, thank you, Mr.
All right, Wael. Anyways, I wish, you know, you could learn something beneficial, something good, if, and I hope that you remember the nukat that I said, and the nukat that your teacher, of course, told you. And remember that you need to just learn those phrases, those kalimat, which are easier for you to remember. If something is so difficult, don't try to push yourself a lot. Try to learn those things which are easier for you to remember. And as much as you can, you need to read different types of samples. This is very important. If you do not read the samples, it will be difficult, Shabab, to write good English. So inshallah, I hope that you get an easy question, and hopefully you will be able to write good essays. So thank you very much again, and I hope that today's session was fruitful, and I hope to see you in the next time, inshallah. So take care of yourself, Shabab, and hope to see you next time. Yalla ma salama, and bye-bye for now. See ya. You have a question? You have a question, or you just raise your hand like that?
Mr. Where
Yeah,
you submit these files for writing?
In the channel, there is a link. While you when did you come to my WhatsApp channel? Do you have? Are you in my WhatsApp channel?
No.
Oh, you're not. Would you somebody share the WhatsApp channel? Malak, would you share it? The WhatsApp channel? Let me wait. My WhatsApp channel. I am also sharing it, I guess, in the WhatsApp, in the chat. Wait. Shabab, we have a WhatsApp channel. Did you share it in the chat box? Share it. Wait. I'm myself sharing it here. Shabab, you need to come to this WhatsApp channel, by the way. I shared it, the link. That's the Bluish Academy channel, WhatsApp channel. I shared everything there. So you can get everything in this channel. I will send the link for you, another link. In that link, all the files are available. Okay, so join the channel, and in that channel, inshallah, I will share everything to the newcomers. Okay, you have a question? Somebody was asking question.
Yes, Mr.
Yeah.
In part bar chart. Most of students and me cannot write a good sentence. How to write a perfect sentence?
Okay, the first thing, Jose, you know, for bar chart, as I said, that you need to know the language of, you know, writing bar chart. You know, the language. There are some certain languages. For example, by reading a lot of samples, okay, you will be able to learn. I sent, I think in the file which I shared, I have a file that can that you can find, you know, the language, the sentences that which are, you know, useful, mufid, for writing bar chart. So you need to practice those things. So if you don't know those sentences or kalamat, then it will be difficult. Like what? For example, the number of, or the number of petrol, the rate of, for example, the rate of petrol increased from this date to that date. There are some certain sentences. So those sentences, I explained them in another video. So in the WhatsApp, please just message me. I will share those materials to you. There are some materials you need to read them and then you will understand. Now it is difficult to explain because you need to know the language of bar chart or line graph. Then you will be able to write. I touched above, you don't have, you know, big problems in bar chart. That's why I did not start with bar chart. I hope that bar chart is easy for you because, you know, essay is much more important than bar chart. And then the mark you get in bar chart in an essay is much more than bar chart. Anyways, message me, Jose, and I will share it. So Shabab, this is the link. Okay. This is the link. Come to the WhatsApp and inshallah, I will share the links there. All right. Any other question? I think nobody. So take care of yourself, Shabab. I tried to explain it very fast, so sorry for that. I hope it was clear. So take care of yourself and good night.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome.